Alright, so we're going to be picking up where we left off with Graveyard Keeper. If we look at where we were last at, we got to floor 7 or 8 in the dungeon out of 15. So we're about halfway through that, and that's not been with any time really focusing on it. We've got the Bishop's quest line is getting close to done. I need to upgrade my church for the cathedral. The Astrologer is lagging a little bit behind. The Inquisitor is lagging a little bit behind, but we got measurable progress on them. We had a couple of characters we finished their stuff. As far as, like, the Better Save Soul, I think that one's done, or thereabouts done. The Game of Crone is very near done, I believe. Stranger Sins, I don't even remember which DLC that is, but the Tavern is mostly done. The point being, the DLC we're mostly done with. There's still a couple outlying issues, but I think we're coming towards the end of those. The main storyline, we are getting to the point where a number of the people are like, check my inventory. All right, a number of the people are at a stage where they're like, okay, get me my max reputation. You know, and then the thing's done. So I do think we're starting to get towards the tail end of this. We are going to be blocked with some things that are going to be a little bit grindy. Like, I know I have to get the 12 gold for the aristocrat papers because I played the main story before. So that'll be one thing. I need to keep the things moving with the Inquisitor so I can start making properly good bodies. That's going to be our biggest bottleneck for the moment, is get the Inquisitor stuff done. Which is going to require 5 gold quality beers and 5 gold quality hamburgers. I can start making the hamburgers now. The beers, not so much. So I'm going to have to put a focus on trying to make the fertilizer happen. And I'm going to have to make a focus on trying to get the dungeon done. I think those will be kind of our early big focuses. Oh, I need to get that off here so I can... because if I fully upgrade those where I can get gold quality beer, I should be good there. Alright, so I'm going to need the flavor enhancer is the big one, which I believe was 3, and what do I need? Was it life extract? Yeah, life extract, toxic solution, and ash. I can take it the way of taking the time to pull brains, get the extraction table up and all that, and we probably will work at that. Do I have the extraction table yet? I'm pretty sure we got that. But more than likely what I'll do is I will go to the witch and I will buy them. Little by little. Alright. Yeah, the distillation cube. Alright, so I need stone, components, and the steel parts. Alright. Because I really need to get stuff happening to get the better organs so I can make better bodies. Because until I do that, I can't really make the graveyard that much better in a reasonable time speed. So it is just kind of one of the things I got to deal with. So let's go over here. Oh, you need fuel. That's not where fuel is. Let's see, is this game more stressful than Stardew? Because most of the words I'm hearing suggest distillation, which it's got grim humor. I wouldn't say it's more stressful, it's got grim humor. Alright, so I need complex parts. And I need you. Okay, so I have everything I need for that. But yeah, I know it's got grim humor where there's an Inquisitor, he does witch burnings, you process corpses, because, you know, you are a graveyard keeper, so you autopsy and all that. So I wouldn't say it's more stressful in that regard. It can be stressful in the fact that there's so many different storylines going at the same time that you can feel overwhelmed by it. I wonder if that'll work there. Get put down there just in case. Alright, so with this, and start making life extract from brains. Or not. Oh, right, that one you don't sit there. So I gotta figure out what gives me life extract. That way I can make my better fertilizer. And once I make enough of that, we can start upgrading our stuff. I need to get gold quality onions, and I need to get gold quality grapes and all that. If we do fully upgrade that, we should be net positive on seeds in those, so I won't have to go and run occasionally to restock. Alright, so let's look at what we even have outstanding. So technologies, we can have our better embalming and all that. Which is very important for making better zombies and all that. Alright, so we got all that upgraded. Checking you. Yeah, and these ones I'm not as worried about right now. We can have the prayers I'm not going to worry about at all right now. I've been completely neglecting all of this stuff. Which will probably bite me in the butt later. Got the jewelry and all that. I probably should get those as possible to show up at all. Yeah, so as you can see, the other reason I'm like, oh, we're getting close to the end is we're starting to max out a bunch of our stuff. Alright, you have yourself a good lurk. Thank you for lurking. Okay. So I need to keep this going because I need the peat for making the fertilizers. Alright, I need you here as well. That's right, I also need water for making beer still. I don't know for a fact we'll need, what is it? Well, there's a brain fart. I completely lost my train of thought. That's fine. I don't know for a fact that we'll need, like, all the tavern events done. We probably will. Would be my guess. We'll definitely want to keep that moving. Oh, right, I also need to make bread. Alright, oh, you are full. That is not part of the plan. Alright, so you have plenty of wheat in there. It was literally just waiting on water. So we could drop the wheat off. You're not gonna have space up here, are you? Okay, that's not part of the plan. Alright, so I need to make bread. Which does mean I need a heck of a lot of flour. Alright. It's better not to admit owning a brain. Zombies are after them. No. These are vegetarian zombies. I don't even know what a substitute for brain. They like Raisin Bran. They use photosynthesis. Alright, let's go ahead. Deal with our prayer real fast. And then we can turn around and run over to the witch. Grab some life extract in toxic solution. As well as the alchemy recipe. We will want to definitely work on a lot of that. Alright. The big thing is just getting the Inquisitor to the point that I can actually identify the buys. Like, until we do that, we're really hurting at what we can do with the graveyard. Because right now it's kind of try and guess which organs are good and all that. And there's ways you can isolate it, but it's laborious and time-consuming to the point I'm probably better served doing something that isn't trying to identify it. The vegetarian zombies are after our grains. The zombies were seen wandering the lands going, carbohydrates. That way the zombies can get their gains. Alright, I'm gonna stop with that, because it's quickly going from funny to, that's pretty terrible, why are you saying it? Terrible as in, not funny. Obsidian? What? What? Okay. I don't remember that from before, but it looks like studying it's going to give me all of the science types, so... yes? No, it's still funny. Oh, good. Alright, so there's the alchemy recipe. There's the life extract, and there's a toxic solution. I also know that we're getting close to done, because there's a bunch of achievements for the, for... what's the word I'm looking for? There's a bunch of achievements for the game, and we have almost all of them. Like, all the ones that sound like actual story ones are now done. That I have, like, literally just achievements that are like, okay, do this achievement about having the person sing or whatever. So I'm like, okay, if we finished almost all the achievements for the new DLC, that's usually a pretty strong indicator we're wrapping it up. I want the bread to be going. So this is partly to get us out of my inventory. And it's partly because I need the bread for the hamburgers. So if I make all the bread for the hamburgers and we just process all that wheat away. I need to make more storage in here. I need to make more storage everywhere. I just need infinite storage. That's what I need. Can I just have storage of infinity, please? Not really. I do actually think there's a balance around it. But, at the moment, it's an immediate problem I don't want to deal with. I don't think I need anything from Miss Charm right now. Because she's not going to advance anything until I convince Alyssa to meet up with her. And to get Alyssa to meet up with her, I have to get the windmill repaired. And to get the windmill repaired, I need to get the astrologer to take the time to do the thing that needs doing. Do I have to have a separate thing that's make the dough? I do. That is unfortunate and annoying, but also understandable. Alright, you get out there, you go here. We're gonna run down here. We're gonna drop off all these. Because I'd like to see if I can distill them, or extract them. Because if I can into literally anything useful... Oh, good, you give me 3. That's actually pretty good output. Nope. Oh, I probably have to study it first. That's fine. To study, I probably need a little bit more science. Yeah. So getting some science. So do the obsidian first. It does not decompose in anything. But heck yeah, with a lot of science. Okay, so it does become essence. Oh, you're getting full of stories. Alright. Cool. Alright, so we found our source of life extract. Please don't be full. Toxic solution? Why would I think that'd be different? Oh, that's actually really good. Okay, so we're not doing brain stuff anymore. We already have a really good source of this. What I need to do is... I need to get materials and build more shelves is what I need to do. Could process those down to make a little bit more space. Oh, good. You can drop you off there. Have another stack of that. Put the obsidian upstairs so I don't have to think about it. Alright, either way. We can go over here. Not you. I need to go to you. Okay. Now, before the day's up, let's run. Go chat with the... Actually, let's not chat with the witch yet. Because I also really need to be saving money. That is going to bite me in the butt, and I know it. Because I need to have 12 gold for the aristocrat papers. I vaguely remember that has to do something with the astrologer. Can I make a zombie make the dough for me? I don't think I can. I don't remember trying, though. We're gonna find out. Because that's a lot of energy burning there. Hey, buddy. Nope. That's fine. I didn't think you'd be able to. There might be a cooking station you can get later that they'll work with. So drop you off. Research obsidian? What? I don't care, drop it there. That's fine. I don't remember if I need the merchant for anything. Other than just getting more seeds or whatever. I think the big one right now is get this fertilizer moving. Because that's gonna hold us up in a lot of stuff. You know what? I've seen a zombie make dough. I don't work there anymore. Let's see what you've done there. Alright, so we got life extract. So, it looks like I have another thing to research with obsidian. Just researching all the things. It's somewhat concerning that I could turn an eel into powder. Let's see. So I don't know what shelf these are on. There we go. Alright, so I need toxic solution. So get solution over here. What do you become? You become acceleration solution. That's not what I need. You become what? Order solution. That becomes slowing. That becomes life. That becomes health. Do you become toxic? No, you become chaos. Well... it also becomes slowing. Alright, so I need to find something I can turn into toxic solution. I'm also gonna need to come down here and build more shelves. I remember this being a huge pain last time too. That I ended up having to spend a lot of time coming down here and converting stuff into toxic solution. What else could become toxic solution? I know I've had something that did it before. Yeah, so it's none of these. Yeah, so it's none of the things I currently have in here. So I gotta find a different material. It might be maybe the mushrooms. Oh, aren't there red mushrooms over by the witch? So it could be one of the flowers or that, maybe. It could also be there's red mushrooms over by where the witch lives. Let's grab the mushrooms. I'm gonna just drop the eel there because I don't care. I already researched that. We need that to get deeper. Nothing else here I want to grab. Is there anything over here I can probably process into something? Not that I care about. Oh, right. I need to take that to the merchant. Okay. Eel powder is more mainstream than you think. Yeah, no, I mean, I realize in real life you could dehydrate the reel and then grind eel and grind it up. But the fact that me just having my character take him over to what's effectively a mortar and pedestal and just like putting an eel into it and just having powder, I'm like, I feel like there's more steps involved in this process. I don't think you just hit it with a mortar and pestle and suddenly you have a powder from something that has inherently got fluids in it. Gotta properly dry it out first. Okay, so grab you. We found golden elixir. Yeah, I'm guessing these will go toxic. Alright, it doesn't look like they're everywhere. It looks like it might be just up by her cottage. I mean, that's fine. Oh, no, never mind. Disregard what I just said. I don't need to get like a ridiculous amount of them. There we go. Gonna grab a handful more and then we're gonna go to the merchant before he goes away. I just want to get enough that I can make a couple rounds of the fertilizer. So go to the town. Alright, I need to give you the dinners. Please tell me I have them on me. Okay, cool. I have those 5 dinners you wanted. It wasn't easy, but I made them. Looks great. You're a real chef. Tomorrow the court will flood with the rumors of tonight's dinner. Come see me next week, and I'll tell you how it went. Cool. I don't really have money to do anything with you, so that's fine. So let's teleport back home. And I know I have more to do for Snake, but I haven't done it yet. There's no point in me bothering Snake quite yet. Alright, so that got that out of here, thankfully. So, in the meantime, let's run downstairs with our mushrooms. How are you doing? Oh, you got room for some water? Excellent. So I can probably queue this up to put the apples on the shelf here. Even if I don't do it right now. Yep, so I took it out of the inventory. That's all I wanted for the moment. I need to make them, but... Alright. So the first really good zombies we get, then we get involved in the wine and beer making. So let's try studying a couple of these things. Alright, so I need 3 more science. Alright, if I can get more science, I need to make more paper, and I need to use that paper to get our things done. Alright. There's just more and more and more that needs doing. Right, I also need the flyers. Okay. So the priorities we have right now. The flyers. To upgrade the merchant thing, so each day on the merchant's thing, that we can get more stuff sold per week. Because right now we're selling 1 crate per week, and that's not really making us any meaningful money. So I need to do that. Another thing I need to make happen is I really need to get the fertilizer done, which is what we're working on right now. In addition to that, I need to go and deal with the dungeon. Because the fertilizer is blocking the Inquisitor, who's blocking a bunch of stuff. And yeah. Snake's thing is blocking a whole bunch of stuff as well, and that I have to get down to. I think it says I have to get down to like a level 11 or whatever, but I really have to get down to 15. I remember having to finish the dungeon when I did the first time I played this game. All right. Then you take all these papers and do stuff. But the fertilizer is the first one because I have to get the high quality burgers and the high quality beer. Because I don't believe you can buy gold quality burgers or beer. Because I think literally the only place you can get burgers is yourself. Alright, is there anywhere here I made room that I could drop this? Yes, I did. Oh, is there any other place I made room? Nope, that's fine. We'll deal with it. Come on, say solution. Cool. Anything else I should say while I'm here? I remember there is value in studying those things. I do not remember what it is. You came off a shelf. I don't know where. There we go. Alright, so I have 5 extract. Yeah, that was what it is. And that's probably me just going by memory. Like, you know, where you don't consciously remember something, you just know you did something before in the past. Alright. So that means I got 5 and 5. Let's go down here and start another thing processing there. I believe I can... I can't remember if I can put a zombie on that, or I think there might be a special bench for the zombie. Alright, so with that, we can go and say I would like 5. Okay, so it does get... Okay, that gives me an even number, so I'm not going to worry about that. Hey, Subway, how's it going? So what we're going to do is we're going to rest. We're going to run down there. I should be able to make 2 more stacks of the highest quality fertilizer. With those 2 stacks of the highest quality fertilizer, I should be able to upgrade the field that's doing the onions, and I should be able to upgrade the field that is doing the hops. And I'll also want to get the wine because I have this bad feeling I need a gold quality wine as well. But we'll get there. Because now I have what I need to upgrade those. Because I want to upgrade all of the fields to the highest quality. So I should be able to go here. Oh yeah, I forgot I have this. So I need 2 white paint. Okay, we'll deal with that in a minute. It's also interesting that the mysterious goo is still there, even though I've already finished that. And I should have silk somewhere in here. Oh, here, we could drop you off on a shelf. I should have a little bit more space now. I say to myself, not seeing literally any more extra space. Okay, I don't actually have more space. It's fine. I need more shelves. I need to not be stubborn, I just need more shelves. Oh, I thought there was another shelf. It's fine. It's fine. Let's worry about what we got, get it in place, and then we can worry about the next thing. Okay. Perfectionist hell. Yeah, no, I mean, I want to do the extra shelves, but then I have to grab all the stuff in the inventory for doing the extra shelves. And that's all it is just the inconvenience of going and doing that. Alright, so we're gonna start with, this is the field we had that could do a bunch of different things. So we're gonna upgrade you. Okay. So your priorities will be gold quality onions overall, then silver quality, then bronze quality, then gold pumpkins, then silver pumpkins, then bronze quality pumpkins, then gold lentils. Actually, let's change the entire way we're doing this. Gold quality first. Doesn't matter. Gold quality first. No, it's bugging. Yeah, I think if you remove something off the task list... Oh, I see. I see what happened here. Okay, there we go. This sometimes scrolls in a way you don't expect. Alright, so silver, 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 bronze, 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 and then if you can't do any of that, don't put that on top. Oh, you put it on top because it's what you had available. It's fine. Wait. How are you actually crafting gold onion seeds? I didn't have enough seeds for that. How are you? Okay, it's just an animation glitch. It's like, you can't do that. I don't have that. It's fine. You can work on that until I have the seeds. Drop that. Okay, so now I gotta worry about upgrading that field yet. Alright, so let's drop you off. Grab those. I think I need planks for another set of shelves. I don't remember. We'll grab the planks. Just in case it's these, we'll grab a stack of those too. I think it's the planks though. And I believe nails are the last thing I need, which I should have here somewhere. Should have more than that here somewhere. He's just shelf content. Oh no, it's fine. Puns are fine. They only hurt on the inside. Do I really not have any ingots left? Alright, hang on. That's gotta be fixed here. Probably turned it all into steel. I also need to clean up my yard. I got a bunch of stuff that I'm not using anymore. They're lower level. Okay. So, we want to upgrade this one first. So, upgrade, yes. And you'll prioritize gold hops, and gold quality grapes, then silver hops, then silver quality grapes, then bronze hops, then bronze quality grapes. Cool. Alright. So we got that going. So like I said, I believe just having that going with the gold quality over time will get better quality seeds. I know if you do it manually, that absolutely works. Okay, so let's not waste this fertilizer yet. I want to upgrade the fields we have, then I will start wasting it. So let's go down here, make ourselves another shelf. And I should be organizing these, but, you know, good luck with that. Alright, so... there we go. is I'll put the extracts down here. I mean, who am I kidding? I'm just going to chuck whatever goes on here, and it'll continue to be an absolute disaster. But I'll pretend... oh, I need the hot seeds to drop off. I'll pretend that I'm going to take the time to properly organize. You know, I'm going to even drop these down here for now. So I can just bring down more nails and just chuck them on our shelf later. Alright, so let's keep this moving. There's you. Run over here. Keep making the toxic stuff. Alright, so that's all the toxic solution we can make right now made. Now I can go ahead and do this. We'll drop the toxic solution over here on the shelf. I'll put the flavor enhancer on this as well. I'll just wait for the toxic, or the, this to finish over here a little bit. Oh, and the soil. That's not the soil. It'll give that a minute or two to do its thing. That way I can go and get like another round of fertilizer. And like I said, I'll upgrade as much of the stuff as we can, and then I'm going to start using the fertilizer to forcefully upgrade seeds. In the meantime, I need to pop over here. Let's not do that. Let's work on the dough. Because I'll get the dough going for the burgers. Alright. So good news, we are getting our farm started to upgrade. Like I said, I think I'm gonna probably have to make myself like a little spot to just get ourselves some gold quality seeds for the onions up and going. The astrologer I do need stuff from, but I can't do it yet. I have to get the astrologer to 100 liking of me. And to do that, I need to get the gypsy on board. I think basically I will have some other quest pop up that will then involve the astrologer that I have to do. Alright, come on. And I'm doing this that way I don't have to think about making bread for a long time. Plus, it's really good green science. Alright, how are we on unlocking a new technology? So yeah, the embalming stuff. We'll definitely want to do the embalming. Zombie alchemy workbench. Right, so you can make zombies do the decomposing of stuff. We'll get there eventually. Don't care about that right now. This is being left way behind. I need to deal with at some point. We've already maxed everything out there. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's one where I get like trace amounts of nails we go. So we can make gold and all that bars. We'll need that soon. Scent of gold. You can find precious metals and ore often, but still a matter of lucky energy. We can gather diamonds. I feel like I needed that for something. I think we save. I think we save for when all of this unlocks. Because that's where we'll get, I think it's like cultist or occultist or whatever, where we can see the organs. So that the moment I get access to it, I can grab all the things I need. I will need the better embalming and all that, but I can grab that at any time, just grab the better embalming, make the table and all that. Until I can identify organs, all of that is meaningless to me. Alright, so we're just gonna hammer away on this real fast. Because then I can put the entire mound of dough into the oven for bread. And then I'll be literally just waiting on the gold quality onions to be able to get the burgers done. Which, like I said, I just need to get like a little extra fertilizer to do that. I'll also have to do that up top. I'll have to make a what is it, like trellis or whatever for growing the hops on, and just cycle the hops there a couple of times with the best fertilizer until you can get enough of the gold quality seeds. Because once you upgrade those zombie farms, you don't have to upgrade them ever again. Alright, so dough's done for a while. I really wish that there was some button I could do that. This is not being shellfish. Mm-hmm. Maybe when this is all said and done, I'll pull up my old save file, just give you an idea of how ridiculous my shelving and all that got in there. Which I always played this game, has probably seen it, where you get to the point where you have like the bottom room and there's like 8 shelves down there. I mean, realistically, like 6 shelves down there. The main room has another like 6 shelves. You have like shelves in the next area. I didn't have the soul room or whatever it was. That didn't exist when I played. You have like 8 or 9 or 10 or whatever of the boxes out here. That things just very quickly get out of hand. So grab those, I actually need those. Those are the hop seeds, so we need to put those up top. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit here with this stuff and just sell it at some point. Get you making nails. Alright. Drop off our hop seeds that I actually picked up. It's fine, I'll get back to it. Okay. So, oh, one thing I should do is go to where we ship stuff out and say I want to ship out silver wine now. I forgot that's the one annoying thing about cooking stuff is every time you walk by you end up picking up a unit, so it's still just filling your inventory. So not you. Get you out of the way. Yes. Oh, and actually, no. Alright, sorry. Yes, no. There we go. Do I have more apples on me? No. Okay. So keep processing our fertilizer, getting our fertilizer upgraded to get all that going. Okay, so that should allow me 4 more of the flavor things. Honestly, I'm just going like this. Oh, I can't. I was gonna sit there and say, I'm just gonna set for, you know, to do it forever. Alright. Because that'll still give me enough for, I think, 2 fields and some change. No, it'll be 2 fields with what I have left over. My mind was forgetting that you need 4 or 2 flavor enhancers per thing. Alright, drop off our bread. Okay. So I think I'm not going to bother upgrading those farms there. I'm going to worry about trying to upgrade all the farms up here first. Get out of my way. Okay, so we will start you saying hops forever. Grapes forever, hops forever, grapes forever, hops forever, grapes forever. That's fine. Same deal with you, hops forever, grapes forever, hops forever, grapes forever, hops forever, and grapes forever. Okay, so what would it cost me to make my own little trellis to try and upgrade some seeds? 5 sticks. So we can have. All right, I'm just gonna try and avoid cutting those trees down. I want sticks. I don't want all these logs laying around here. See if I can get 2 of them going. Speed things up. Alright, so let's get those set up and try and work on upgrading some hops to the best quality. Then go ahead and say wine trellis. I'll put it here for right now. All right, and all right, so I'm gonna wait to do it because the grape seeds I already have some gold quality grapes, so I'm not gonna waste that there. When I get the hops back, we can keep trying to rotate out the hops to try and get better seeds. And that means we can go down here. And same deal with the onions. We can go here and say, I would like to put down, where's the fertilizer? Oh, I stored the fertilizer up there. That's right. Let me grab the fertilizer in my inventory. We'll go down there, put a couple fields, and try and get ourselves a full stack of the gold quality onion seeds. Because we will get the occasional gold onion with the silver seeds, but I want to just get it done, because it will be holding us up. Yeah, we'll grab that as well, because we'll end up needing to get the lower quality fertilizer as well as we build more of these farms up, and then we'll try and get like really top-notch zombies, so that the rate they turn them around is much faster. Alright, so we can go here. Actually, we won't worry about that. So, gold. 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 And I want the onion seeds. We have a whole bunch of silver. Let's focus on just trying to jump the silver up to gold. I don't care about the pumpkin seeds at all. Do we have one more gold fertilizer? Okay. Alright, Darth Strider. Hope things go well. Thank you for dropping in and saying hi. And we'll just... What? Alright. So let that sit there and do its thing. Are you out of carrot seeds? You shouldn't be. Yeah, so you don't have enough seeds for anything right now. Because I already got one of those working on that. I don't want to get a second one. We missed the entire day. I missed my opportunity to do the prayer for the day. At least I'm pretty sure I did. Let's see what happens if we try and go there at night. I know there's a certain hour you can't do it after, but we're not to the point that the day is flipped. I'm pretty sure we're too late. But I'm gonna try anyways, because, I mean, it's not like I lose anything for doing it. The thing is, when that arrow passes the middle of the moon, that technically it's the next day. Because it'd still be good to collect faith. Yeah, no, it's too late. That's fine. That's the first one I missed the entire run, so it's not gonna hurt us that bad. Let's grab 2 of these logs. And eventually we'll get this all moved over. Okay, alright, so it's all fine. So what I can do is I could work on the flyers. Because I need those flyers made for getting the merch and stuff better along. Well, that's unfortunate that my bread is... Okay, we still got space over here. Alright, always more to do. Alright. I also need to get the silk and the white paint. Right, to start getting our injections. Oh, I see there. So what does white paint require again? We just have it? Alcohol. Crafted at the hand mixer. Don't I have a bunch of recipes? Or I can get electric powder. Or I can get white powder and oil. Okay. I don't know where I get most of these things, but that's alright. I don't need a lot of it, I don't think. Because that'll continue the donkey storyline. Alright. So we're going to teleport to town. We're going to drop off the flyers I have. Because like I said, I need to keep advancing that. We'll end up having to build a bunch more tables or whatever they are. Pallets. Let's grab supplies just in case, so when I go over there, I don't have to go over there, teleport back, and do the back and forth. Alright, drop you off. Grab 1 stack of nails. Go down here. Grab 1 stack of you. I don't think it'll be planks. Alright. Teleport to town. Yeah, I made almost no money because I... Oh, I have to do 10 for marketing campaign. That's fine. Alright, so it's just Flitch. Alright, cool. Because that's what I need the pamphlets for, is getting more spots so I can sell more at a time. Because that'll massively help with the money situation. What other stuff outlying do I have? Nothing I can need to do there. Return to Gary the next day. Okay, I didn't remember I needed to do that, but okay, we can do that. Alright, let's drop off the nails and the planks, but keep the Fletch on us. Oh, right. Actually, I want those things on my person now. Just take them downstairs to keep making life extract or whatever. Alright, so let's go talk to Gary, because apparently that's something I have to do for reasons I don't remember. About the Vampire Queen. Oh, right, he's going to talk to the ghost. Did the ghost tell you anything? Of course. One ghost named William visited a couple of students and told them that their uncles killed their fathers. Yeah, that's incredibly important. Is it that it? Almost. About the lady in the black and gold cloak. They remembered one ghost weirdo from the dungeon. He came around only back before the Great Blast. He was in search of the same woman. She had taken his leg and he wouldn't give it back. So it's better than nothing. So where could I find this weirdo? He had a lisp, so he must be from the 8th floor. Don't ask why, and if you want him to appear, you'll need a special amulet. So how do I get the special amulet? Well, you can make one out of human intestines and some wax, and hair of a donkey communist. Yeah, just don't ask why. Okay. Alright, well, that's going to wait a minute. Because I'll need a bunch of stuff for that. Alright. Flyers. Okay, that's the last of our ink for now, so we're going to go ahead and teleport over here before the merchant arrives. That is not where I wanted to teleport, but it's where I chose. I always found the onions to be the hardest one to tell when they're ready. I think I have like one more day for them. Alright, so I want to teleport over. I wonder how I'm going to get the hair from the, from Donkey, because I don't believe Donkey has some place he sits in town and waits for you or anything. So do this, run down here, start the ad campaign. And we can make a second pallet. Cool. Wait, why does there nothing on these? Oh, I don't have a zombie moving stuff over here. That's right. That's the reason I'm making, like, literally no money. They're not even selling stuff. So for right now, you're getting bumped over here while those are idling, waiting for resources. So at least this is going. And how are we doing in materials for all this? You need water again, and you're... What are you waiting on? Why aren't you doing stuff? Oh, right, you need 60 grapes, not like 30. So you need water. So for right now... Man. Alright, we're almost at the point they just need more zombies. Okay, what was he even doing other than that? Let's grab the zombie I've had working here for the time being and reassign you. Because I haven't really needed too much done here in a bit. Okay. So I'll need more ink and all that. What do I need to be working on right now? I can make more flyer. So I keep mixing back and forth. It's like, do I work on the flyers or do I put a priority on trying to or do I put a priority on trying to get the dungeon stuff done? Because it's once a week you do the sale from the flyers. So let's work in the dungeon, and then like the last 2 days before like the next time the trader visits, I'll put a focus on trying to get the next thing going. All right. Okay. They'll start going up. And remember, those spiders suck. Sometimes with the jars you get lucky and you get healing potions. All right, I got a bunch of healing potions in my house. I should grab those, not today, like I'm not gonna run out and then come back, but the next time we pop in here. Did you lunge at me? Alright, let's back out. I got hurt pretty bad. Yeah, I remember those spiders suck a lot. Because they take more than one hit, so if you stand there and just take their initial, like, pinch at you, you take a lot of damage. At the same time, if you back off, they quickly scurry away. You can time it, it's just... There's not dodging or anything in the combat in this game, so... It doesn't leave you a whole lot of room to work with. I don't remember what the spider webs are even used for. Alright. Drop you off. Give me that quality food. Give me that quality food. We can drop off the wings. Oh, you're probably down here. Alright, we'll run all the way down here as well. Drop you off there. And you. And you. Wish you could see what the buff was. Deep sleep. Energy regeneration during sleep is increased. Oh, interesting. I'm not gonna worry about that right now, but that's cool. Like, reduce the time we need to sleep. Let's go right back in here since I have another healing potion. Stuff for energy. So the good news is the stuff you kill in here stays dead. You have to full clear floors before you're allowed to go on to the next floor. It would be good that each day I go down here, I hopefully knock out a floor. We'll see. Try up first. I hate all these things so much. Oh good, they gave me more potions. Okay. I'm assuming there's going to be more to worry about in the floor. Yep. Alright, so I gotta go all the way back, go back up, go all the way down, and that'll be this floor cleared. So what is the next buff? All buffs last longer. Okay, that's fine. And there's gonna be someone who's been like, everyone knows that the best food in the game for going dungeon delving is this one. Why are you not getting it? The crafting materials are so easy to get a hold of. Alright, so... Alright. That's right, you can dodge past them. I remember that now. Okay, so that's another floor cleared. I was gonna say, I just remembered that the way to do those spires is pull them away from the other enemies, so you only have to deal with them. And then when they lunge, just like literally walk past them. As long as you don't collide into them when they lunge for you, you'll walk past them. You can get a hit, maybe if you're lucky, get both hits in. It runs back to do that. You walk sideways to dodge the web spit. All right, we'll start with down. Okay. Oh, you're just like a trap. That gives me free materials. I can live with that. Because that happens to be one of the materials I need for making my white paint. I'll misplay fights with really easy enemies, don't worry about it. Alright, use our last potion, eat some more food. That is a pretty nasty looking room, actually. Alright, come on, spider. Get you around the corner here. You lunge at me. Okay. So the downside is we have a whole different path. That's actually going to be okay. Well, no, it's still going to have to drop back. It's fine. Would you lunge at me? Thank you. Okay, so I can kill this thing. I'm basically out of energy, out of food, out of health. And I'm pretty sure we did not clear the floor. Nope. Alright, so we already cleared down, which is the way out. I do have enough to get a little bit more energy. Let's see if I can't finish this floor real fast. And then we'll go back up. Like, that to me, I would say, the biggest complaint I have about the dungeon in this game versus other ones is the amount of backtracking you have to do. Kind of sucks. And that, like, the combat's okay. That's true of most slice of life, is the combat is usually only, at best, okay. Alright, let's get you away from the slime. That's interesting. I thought that would qualify as diamond or whatever. Let's hope this is the last room. If it is, I probably can finish the floor. If it is not, I won't be able to finish the floor. It's gonna be close. If I can make all these hits count, I can probably finish it. Alright. Cool. I had 2 whole extra hits left in me. Alright, so let's finish this floor, and then we gotta go up, because I got low life, no potions, low energy, no food. So it's not that big a deal. We did get through it. So that's basically, it's technically been like 2-3 days that we've been down here. But the important thing is we got 2 floors knocked out. And there's only a total of 15 floors, so that's a pretty good amount. Yeah, so if we look at this, yeah, I've only got 6 floors left. And I feel like one of those floors wasn't even a full floor, like it was just kind of like, you reach the bottom and that's the bottom. And I don't recall there being like a big bad boss at the end or anything like that. Why are you giving the prompt if you can't fit there? Yeah, it's all fine. I'm gonna run down here. All right. Gonna get more apple for making liquor that I've been not... Oh, I'm out of energy. Not been working on. Drop off our seeds here. I believe those are ready for picking, but I don't... Yeah, I don't have the energy to pick them, so we'll deal with that in just a second. Drop you off. Ah, sorry, the nose is just suddenly acting up. So annoying. Okay. We got a stack of food. Drop it off there. Alright. It's interesting, the idea of having food that makes it so when you rest faster. And, like, having effectively your midnight snack box that you just go and grab that to min-max your sleep cycle. I don't think it'd be practical because you'd spend the time crafting it, which eats into the time anyways. So I don't think it's worth that effort. But it's just amusing. Alright, so we have the Inquisitor. I am not ready to do gold quality beer yet. I will need to make another round of fertilizer, but let's see how this goes. Alright, so we did get some gold quality seeds, got some more gold quality. Getting lots of silver quality seeds. Where did the gold quality seeds go? Oh, they went in this bag. I didn't even see that was happening. Alright, well, that's annoying. Oh, that's enough. That's enough onions to achieve what I need to do here. So it's still good. I'm surprised, do you really not have enough? Here, we can go here and check. So for the onion seeds, we'll have the bronze ones we'll try and upgrade. Okay. But no matter, that is enough to make our 5 burgers, so that'll be the first thing knocked out. The next thing to knock out is going to be going over here and seeing if we can't get those hops upgraded. Yeah, so... Still not there yet. Alright. So there's a good chance I might be able to pull it off for next in-game week. Well, no, it'll probably be longer than that because I have to have more total hops than I do for the other one. So we've got the burgers sorted. That's the first thing, is we've got the burgers sorted for the Inquisitor. Because now I can just go here and say, I would like to make some heckin' burgers. And I will say, give me the burgers. I wish I could tell it that I want to make a bunch of these. Oh, I forgot, you make them in large batches, too. Alright, we'll stop there. Drop you off, grab 5 out. I didn't drop off my plant waste, so I'll do that. We're gonna run over, turn in the burgers to the Inquisitor to get that moving. Because I can't remember if I'm gonna get 10 standings per step, or if I get a whole bunch at once. Because if it's per step, then I might get enough standings to make another thing happen. And in just a second, I'm gonna stop, I'm gonna take a 2-minute break. I'm gonna try and see if I can't just get this nose to stop sniffling. Alright, you should be up here. Look at the tent. Good, the people are going to love this. You'll also probably earn a lot of money. Yes, Miss Earn. You know, the first I thought you were some kind of shady... like you might be a problem. I had this strange feeling that you didn't belong here. But now it seems like you blended in just fine. You do what you've been asked to do. And profit means everything to you. I believe there's a place for a person like you in our future world. In the world we're going to build in the town. The world of pure faith. One day. The audience is gathering. Do your part well and I will do mine. Alright. Can I ask you to release a gypsy woman? It is not my rules to release someone. But this time I'll make an exception. Her friends have been making too much of a ruckus outside my headquarters. I can prove I'm loyal. I'm sure I could show you that I can be trusted well enough to look after Witch Hill. Indeed. Perhaps one day I will embrace you as an Inquisitor apprentice. Meanwhile, I will await your reports. Okay, so that's 2 important things done because that'll let me progress the things with the astrologer. I instinctively wanted to say with the wizard, but he is not a wizard. Okay, so, well, because I was immediately going to go home and have my character do some more work there, and then, use the restroom and all that. Instead, I'm going to just go and use the restroom right now because what I'm going to want to do is hop over. The astrologist is not going to be there. Hop over to the deal with the gypsies to see if I can't get them happy because now I've freed one of their own. But in the meantime, thanks so much for anyone that's been tuning in so far. I will be back here in just a moment, and I'll see you in a minute. So much that the ads happen at that. So let me go ahead and get a moment going here. So yes, I would like to create a moment. Clip moment has failed to capture. Try again. Twitch, could you not be garbage for a minute? You know that wreck? That wreck I mentioned? You might get to keep that wreck. I think that wreck belongs to you. I'll let him know, chat.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Don't tell him, chat. He thinks we're leaving. He thinks we're leaving, chat. You'll never know. I think he knows. I'm pretty sure he very much knows. Oh, you scared the crap out of me, Sandshark. Okay. And I am back. See a nice clip there of Subnautica, where I'm trolling the various wildlife, and it decides to troll me back. Surprisingly, I didn't have that much. I think the entire time I played, I only got killed by the, that Leviathan, like, 1 time. And it was, I had gone on the assumption, because I'd gotten away with it once, that as long as I was moving full speed in my sub, the big sub, and just, like, not deviating and everything, that I would be fine. Because I'd done it once and gotten away with it without taking any damage. I was like, oh, okay. It just means I can't stop. And then the next time I got completely wrecked. Because it just kept hitting me again and again and again, wearing me down. I was like, oh, I'm just wrong. Never mind. I don't know, it seemed like sometimes when they went to attack stuff, some of the enemies would glitch a little bit that they couldn't quite manage it. And I think I just got away with it because of that kind of thing. Getting some good stories there. Drop you off. I'll drop the bulls off. Oh, right, I need to drop all that off. That's fine, we can put that there too. Alright, so what we're going to do is... Do I have what I need to make more of this? No, I need more... Oh, actually I do. For 3 more rounds. That might be enough for... Because I think I already had 1 extra flavor enhancer. So that'd be 2 more stacks of the golden quality fertilizer. Cool. So I can keep that moving. Oh, right. So tomorrow with the... Right, that's not what I was going to do. It's probably too late, but I'm gonna try and do it anyways. Mountain Fort. I need to talk to you that your friend is free. Your friend is free. I talked to Lord Inquisitor, your friend is free. I was right. He is your friend. So you're an important man around here. So tell me about Esmeralda. Where's your sister? Perhaps she's far, far away. They put her on the ship of the dead many years ago. But she had a child, didn't she? Yes, a daughter. Once she was blessed to me, but now she is my shame. So she's alive? Yes, she's alive, but she betrayed her people, her own people. She even betrayed the memory of her mother. What did she do? She sold her mother's last gift, disowned our legacy, and for what? For lust. For impertinence. In the town, she's known as Miss Charm. We haven't spoken her real name in many years. Cool. So whose day is it? So yeah, Miss Charm is going to be here for a while. That might be enough for the astrologer's one to continue. I believe is something like that. That's the... It's always hard to remember what you need to do. I made more bread than I need to. It's fine. It's already cooking. So let's go over here. The onion thing is fine. We already got the burgers. We can make more burgers for making more money later. For right now, I need to go over here and continue to work on upgrading our hops. So we'll go ahead and put down... Actually, you're all gold. Yeah, so I gotta upgrade you to silver first. Or upgraded, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, well that's interesting. So I need to make more of the lower quality fertilizer. Okay, so let's drop that off there. We're still just gonna try and upgrade the seeds. So we have hops, we can go for the bronze. Then we have to sit there and like trade back and forth to try and get those up to level we want. Yep, good old burgers. So I'm going to work on making more pamphlets to kill time. Because with the amount of energy I have right now, it would not be worth my effort to go into the dungeon. I'd kill like a handful of enemies and have to rock the entire way back. Versus I can get a couple pamphlets out, so that's not too shabby. Why are you drifting down like that? That was weird. Don't I have like a controller or something plugged in that could be interfering? Oh, right. So was it alcohol I needed with this? What would I get rid of for alcohol? Like just some alcoholic beverage? Right. I was looking for white paint. That's not at this bench, it's this bench. So I can use alcohol and slowing solution. Water, I just need water. Okay, that's easy. So when the merchant comes back, I need to buy more silk. I actually probably have silk floating around here somewhere, but... Right, I need the pen and ink. I just need stuff everywhere. I just need. That's what I need. I just need. Are you still working, or is it full? Why is there a flavor enhancer in here? Alright, let's do this real fast. Okay. So we can turn all those into water. Drop them off. Gonna run up here, go to sleep. Alright. So we need to teleport over the astrologer right away. I can probably advance something with him. And I needed to buy something from him. Ink. I need to buy ink. Well, I don't need to buy ink, but I'm going to buy ink because it'll save me effort. So let's do that right away. Lighthouse. About Esmeralda's child. Esmeralda had a daughter. Let's see, Andrew saying... Oh, 1 second. My daughter? Where are they now? Esmeralda died many years ago, but her daughter's alive and well. I think you may even have heard of her. Her name is Miss Charm. Unbelievable. She's very talented. I saw her perform once. Oh, I'm afraid she'll never accept me. I left her mother before she was born, but I didn't know. I knew that it would break Esmeralda's heart, but it was all in the name of science. What a fool I am. Young man, I must test these waters. You must test these waters for me. Speak with her. Find out what my chances are. Do you promise to tell me where to get the golden angle? Is if I could reunite you with your daughter? Definitely. I'll be so happy. Saying, Rual, how are you? I'm leaving a lurk state to ask, what are the Skyrim days? Oh, I don't have specific days for Skyrim. So I as a variety streamer, like, pop in and out of games. I do plan on doing at least another couple streams of Skyrim. But I don't usually schedule a day saying this day I play this day I play that, this day I play that. About the only time I have a hard schedule from me is when it's like a sponsorship or charity stream or special event. So unfortunately that is, it's probably something maybe I should... Like, I used to keep a schedule like that, but I ended up getting to the point I would deviate more from the schedule than follow it. So I find it's just like, alright, there's no point in keeping a schedule I'm not going to follow. Because, you know, you start stream one day and you're like, I'm not like, I had planned to play this game in this day, but I'm not in the mood, or, you know, you're playing another game and it's just really kicking off with the channel. You're like, alright, people seem to really enjoy this game, let's stick with it for a little while, that kind of thing. Alright, so when Miss Charm comes back, you gotta talk to Miss Charm. And I'm gonna have to adjust the AC, because it is getting stuffy in this room. Alright, come on. Trying to do it real fast while I got stuff going on here. At least get to the table. I need to drop off some ink and the story. Oh wow, AC, no, I do not want it to be 78 in this room. Dear goodness, no. That is not reasonable. Alright. AC trying to straight up kill me here. Oh wow, that ink does not last long. I already burned through 2 of them? Gross. That said, that's enough for 2 more fame. Cool. So that's going to double what we can sell in a day. Is there anything else to deal with here? Not really. And I can't get the astrologer to do the pattern until we're farther along. So good news is tomorrow we deal with the prayer thing. I'll put some time in the dungeon. Then the next day is Miss Charm. In fact, just gonna go to sleep now. Next, it'll be Miss Charm to continue that storyline. Then the merchant, I should have enough to continue that, and I can also buy the silk from the merchant that I need for all the stuff going on down here. And I am deliberately holding on to this bread since I'm about to go in the dungeon. It's more energy. Okay. Oh, I need to grab a drink. Give me 2 seconds, I'll be right back. It's also a thing that I try and be flexible as well, because you'll also have times that, you know, some new game drops that's with like right within line with what people watch on your channel that has decent but not over the top viewership. And that can be a good move. There are times there'll be an event going on that the category you're in has gotten oversaturated because, like, you know, a group of I forgot those things suck. Let's see. I never thought too much, but Skyrim and Fallout with the survival difficulty, a few mods work just fine. Really suits the channel. Yeah. I don't think it's a bad move. For me, I don't think I'll do Skyrim super long term. Now remember, those things get dangerous because you can be shotgunned by them where you get hit with all of the pellets. But you just kind of don't run straight at them, you run kind of along the edge of the path. I don't know how I want to approach that one. Nose can't chew toy? That's no fun. Those flies right near him are going to be a problem. Alright, I'm going to check over here real fast because there's another path. That one may be one I want to approach by waiting till, like, I don't have aggro kind of thing. Yeah, we can deal with this pack over here. Okay. Which is the exact reason why I carry a stick well from home. Was like someone's dog loose or something. I remember that being a thing I ran to. Like, I didn't live like super duper rural, but when I lived in a not quite as occupied area. All right. Draw you over here so I don't have to deal with both of you at the same time. Okay. Alright, now to deal with doing. Yep, same neighbors that argue in the wee hours of the morning. Lovely. Yeah. Now, when I was living in slightly, like, a little bit more rural areas, we had neighbors who let their dogs get out all the time. They just... It wasn't even like... It wasn't like they were just, like, leaving the gate open kind of thing. It's their dog would get out, and you'd be like, hey, man, your dog's out. You really need to get that back. They'd be like, make a big stink of the fact that you're upset that the dog's out, as it would, like, rip up people's yards and everything. It's like, hey, look, I get it. It's a pain, but, like, it's your dog. You're responsible. I need to draw the enemies away from there. Come on, slime. Thank you. Okay. That was the one that was brutal because there's just this really long hallway that's hard to do anything about. And I don't have a potion to heal, so I gotta pick off some of these enemies I could do much safer. I don't like they're scattering in all directions and not just... Okay. Alright, hopefully this last room doesn't look too bad. If it does look like it's going to be a room that I'm going to have to put some decent involvement into. There's no room down below. We'll work on this room, but I'm about to run out of... Oh, no, actually. That's interesting. I definitely saw a room farther down left. That was almost bad. And a birthday for my favorite niece today. She turned 8. Nice. I hope everyone had a good time. Okay, there's where your lineup is. Come on, slime. Did I miss another? So you spend so long down here, that's easy to accidentally miss the entire, like, church day. I did get caught by it. That's as afraid of. Luckily, I recall death not being very penalizing in this game. I didn't think you lose anything, it's just the inconvenience of it. Alright. Yeah, so I missed the prayer day, so I didn't get the faith. That's not too bad. Like, I missed out on some money and a little bit of faith, but at least I didn't miss out on Miss Charm's day. Because you get so focused on the combat because all that. Like, well, I did mainly because the music of the place is too loud for me. Made my anxiety go up. Well, that's no fun. Sorry to hear that. Alright, let's drop all this stuff off. Run over to Miss Charm. Get that dialogue going real quick. Too many things. We tried to keep together for the birthday girl. Yeah. That's always been a kind of tricky thing sometimes when, why haven't you made armor? I need to. I don't know, like, it could be mixing up my games, but I vaguely feel like the armor in this game wore out. And that automatically makes me not want to bother. Because I actually get pretty annoyed at how many games are like, this should have durability. And you're like, but why? And I think I'm just mistaking it for other games. Like, that was, oh, what was it? It was one of the survival games we played recently. That they made it so your equipment wore out. Oh, I think, was it Raft? That you had, oh yeah, it was Raft. It's stuff like the thing you used to breathe and it would barely last for one time going down. You're like, look, this is not, this is a pain. This is not a good time. Alright, let's drop this off and I need to really get over to Miss Charm. Because there's a good chance she'll have something, well actually the astrologer's not available. Drop you off. Okay, let's go catch Miss Charm before it's too late. Hello, darling. How can I help you? About your father. Miss Charm, you seem lonely. Do you have a family? Dear friend, you are so kind to me. It seems like you're the only one who talks to me like I'm a person. I feel so lonely, alone in a crowd of admirers. It's my curse. My mother died. I messed up my relationships with my relatives. All my life, I've been looking for a charming prince, but I'm cursed. It's not a joke. My mother told me that her necklace would help me find love, and I sold it. I may know who your father is. My father's a dishonorable, deceitful man. He left my mom, and she never got over it. He did nothing good for me. I don't care who he is. Excellent. That's gonna go well for the astrologer. Let's teleport back. Because I really should make the armor. I think I probably just am literally sitting on the materials to make the armor, and I have no real reason not to. Other than my frustration with games that aren't this one that make it so the armor is worthless. So let's see, that's the anvil. Oh! I know why I haven't made the armor. I haven't made the armor because I haven't gotten the thing. Oh, actually, no, I do have a thing that can make iron armor. I can make the steel armor if I spent, but I don't really want to spend on that. I'd rather spend on the other paths. Because one of those things that once you finish the dungeon, you never need to do the dungeon again. Sorry, that came out of nowhere. You have a lot of stuff in your backpack. I do, and it's a problem. It is forever a problem. I don't care about those right now. I don't care about the prayers right now. We can get gems. Oh, right. So let's mine that. I don't even know where I need that. We can go ahead and get the embalming stuff. We got all the embalming stuff that's tapped is pretty hard. We'll get the... We'll wait. Because like I said, I do want to save so that the moment I could get the cultist kind of things, now we have that. So let's put these on the table over here. Ooh, what box is this? Oh, that'd be silver quality produce. Nice. Then we could still keep shipping that, and I'm just gonna keep pushing the dungeon, try and be done with the dungeon. Oh, where's our inventory? That's annoying. Totally forgot about that. We're just gonna go down. I don't care, I'll leave the powders in the ground. Alright. Wait a second. I didn't finish floor 9. What? I'm not gonna ask questions. I didn't finish floor 9. I don't know why I have access to floor 10. Okay, game. Can you equip the bag in your armor slot? No. Oh, I see. Those slimes have like a little lunge at the end of their attack. Okay, come on. I remember if you ever walk in that path behind those bats, it's really bad. Like, the bat itself does something like 10 damage, but if you stand it, like, it ticks for like 10 or 15 damage per tick, and it ticks pretty fast. Okay, no potions so far. All right. I did not successfully dodge it. Oh, it swung early. All right, let's start retreating back out of here. Because I misplayed a lot of that fighting. It's fine. They stay dead. We can just work on other things and move on with it. How expensive was the armor? The armor was fairly expensive, right? No, it's not. I don't have an excuse. Let's get that. I don't need the last one. I already have the masked sword with gem. I'm being stubborn about the armor. I shouldn't. Because I genuinely am thinking that this game probably doesn't have the durability armor. And just, I'm like mixing it up with another game. Because that always was one that bothered me in games where you'd have stuff that actually has decent crafting requirements, and I'd be like, okay, but it wears out. And you're going, but why? And the answer is because it drags out the gameplay for as much time as so you know, you get quote-unquote more value, more time gameplay out of it. Which is always, like, that's... I've talked about before that there's ways you artificially lengthen the length of a game, and they're not all bad. Like, there's really good ways you can... Why do you not have the armor? Am I at the wrong booth? Steel armor. Which weirdly does not require steel. Okay. I'm sure I even got to break out of rehabilitation facility to make it to the birthday girls. Nice. Let's see here. Oh, and cabbage seed. The grape seed goes elsewhere. Which is on brand for him. Gotcha. So one thing I need to do is... That's not needed here. Oh, wait, yeah, it was plant waste, which is not there. One thing I need to do is get more of the good fertilizer and start working on that. Like, I don't need the onions right now. I have a feeling later on I'm going to need more of the high-quality materials. So good news, I'm making gold-quality wine now. Okay, so you're making bronze quality hops. And I do have some silver quality. Okay. So little by little we're starting to get those hops up to gold quality, because that's what's going to hold us off from the Inquisitor stuff. Now, the good news, I don't need a huge amount, if I recall. I do need them. Anything you need to drop here? Scrap. We're just gonna all go downstairs. And before we get all... Actually, we're not ready to go up there yet. Let's see. Are you doing here? You're going to need more water. I'm gonna need a better zombie there because they're falling behind in the hops. I do wish there was an auto stack in this game. So like when I go up to something like this, it'd be like auto stack it away. Like if it's present in this cabinet, just shove it in there, please. So don't make me have to go to each and every cabinet and be like, do you go here? Do you go here? Do you go here? Nope. Next cabinet. Alright, so let's teleport over to the merchant, because I might be able to continue the merchant's questline now. Oh, hey. Oh, I thought there was a cinematic happening when my character started backing away. I was like, what? Just some random person walking in and shoving me. Here, have some bread. Yeah, I can't buy gold quality beer. I didn't think so. Because I remember that being a thing last time, is I had to grind up to being able to produce the better stuff. Alright, let's talk business. Our company has become well known. Great, now I see why the baker gave me a free pie this morning. People are starting to talk about our product's high quality. Too bad we can't sell more than 10 crates per week, darn license restrictions. But the better reputation we get, the better price I can get. Soon we'll be able to think about expanding our product line. You know, the town does not live on bread alone. So I need to sell more product for us to get that. Alright, so I need silk. I'm just going to buy the whole stack. So that way when I need it again, I don't have to worry about it. Okay, so sell at the end of the day. The worst thing is going to sell at the end of the day, fulfilling that quest. But he'll be gone at the end of the day. So it is what it is. It's fine. That just means it's the next week thing. Alright. So in that case, let's drop the story off. Did I need more ink? I think I needed more ink, but I don't get more ink until that day unless I make my own. But the important thing is I got all the silk I needed. Because I need a bunch of silk for making banners and all sorts of nonsense here. I also need water, so let's grab a bunch of water. Stuff it in here, because I need water. I need water for lots of things. Can I still not make the auto water? Am I... There must be a quest line blocking it that I haven't done yet. Furnace, anvil, furnace, timber, chopping, carpentry, circular saws, vine press pot. Yeah, I still just don't have it. Alright, whatever. It is what it is. Because I've unlocked the entire farming tree. Yeah, I could have sworn I thought it was in here. But this is all trained. Next place it could be is here. Doesn't mention anything about there. Doesn't mention anything about burning. Ah, okay. So it's here. Okay, that's fine. That'd be 100 blue research. Because that'll save me time, because you just walk up to it, just dumps all the water, so I don't have to do the thing where I have to, like, process it all again on the other side. Man, I made too much bread. It's fine. Okay, so I don't have to do this whole bit. Okay, cool. Alright, so I've got that going to get more beer moving. I'll probably need to go and check out the tavern soon. He might be ready for the next thing there. And I don't think there's anything I need from Snake yet, because I have to get farther in the dungeon before Snake has high enough reputation he's going to work with me on much. pick all this up. Start getting a bunch of this made into steel. Okay, so we've got our armor. We've got all that going. There's something else in my inventory to drop off. Oh yeah, we can drop off the powder if I have a spot for it. I do. Okay. Yeah, so I dropped off all the silk and all that, so when we have a day where I get hurt in the dungeon that I still have energy or whatever, or I finish the dungeon, I can go and make the white paint for all the stuff the donkey needs it for. Yeah, because I need... Yeah, I need higher reputation. We're at 80, so when I get the golden apple, that'll give me 90. That'll let me continue that. I can buy a gold apple for, I believe, 10 gold from the witch. Or I can repair the logger's house or whatever, and he gives me a gold apple. I think in the end you end up needing 2. Alright, so hopefully the armor does something. We got the high-end armor. 1, 2, 3. We run down here. We sneak to the side. I was actually expecting the flies to aggro and I'd have to deal with them too. Alright. Let's go down here first. No loop back for all that. Okay. I wanted you to follow me out. That's right, keep on coming. That way. Yeah, so he shotgunned me there, so he took me to half health in like 1 hit. Alright, so we got this dead end done. That's the danger of those things, when you try and get too close. If you get too close and you get shotgunned, you're taking 3 hits per hit. Okay, and just like that, you're done. There's one more bug over there. They're up 2. Alright. So we opened that with the hero's medallion, so I could stop carrying that with me. want one of you to de-aggro. Okay, cool. That's not elegant at all. Alright, time to back off, because he did catch me. I went in too fast after the swing. That's okay. We made good progress on this floor. I've got plenty of energy. We can go back up. I can work on doing all the dyeing of the banners and all that for Donkey's quest line. We are still making good progress. I wonder if I'll actually be able to talk to Snake and be like, I opened the door. I really wish you could teleport out of here. It also feels like a thing that they don't need to restrict. Oh, you're already gone. Just because it's not often you run past the enemies where retreat isn't just safe. Okay. And then the last one. Alright, and I needed to make... Alright, so I need water so I can make the white dye, so I can make the banners. I also believe I need the black dye as well. I don't remember how much I need for that, but it's also for Donkey, because they want to disguise themselves as zebras. So I need 2 white, 2 black dye, I need Jelly of Incredible Power, and I need the Donkey banner. So that's going to require more water. Take the 5. That should be 100 water, should be plenty for now. Oh good, it's almost time to set up one of the zombies to start producing crates again. I hadn't been doing that for a long time because we got that backlog. And on my first run I actually got something like 50 or so crates rammed down there at one point. You couldn't do anything. So I just didn't want to repeat that process. Okay, so we can drop this off. Was there anything else? No. Okay, so let's see what we can make happen. So I think I need 5? Because 2 for the others, the other one for the banner. And what do I need for black paint? At least 2 of those. What's the plan after this, Dan? I might be doing this for the whole stream because I think we can finish Graveyard Keeper today. We'll see. It might be that when we hit 9 o'clock, I go, all right, I want to break, and I will, switch games. We'll kind of see how it goes. But we are getting pretty close to the end of the game, where we're starting to max out people's reputation with us. I've got some stuff already set aside. So, like, the big things that are blockers right now is getting the Inquisitor so I can get the better zombie bodies is the big pain point, which I'm waiting on the gold quality hops for that. Which actually, now I think about it, I need to pick up again. Alright, we're still recovering health, so... I mean, we're basically full, but yeah, so I'm trying to get the dungeon knocked out. I'm trying to get the hops upgraded to gold so I get the 5 gold beers I need to do the next part of the Inquisitors thing, which I think will end up, like, borderline skyrocketing us near to the end. I think we'll have, like, one more thing with the Inquisitor. Which I don't even remember what he was blocking. He was blocking something as well. Okay, so let's... not that. Let's go over here. And it's not this bench, it's you. So we needed the donkey banner. How many curtains did I need? It was the logger. Bring 4 curtains. That's actually more than I had planned for. So I need acceleration powder. Where did I get acceleration powder from? Well, it's a powder, so it goes up here. There's something here we got acceleration powder from. It's not the eel, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it's not the hemp. It's not the batwing. Maybe the flower? Nope. I wish once you did these, like, it would keep a catalog kind of thing. So it'd take the guesswork out of this. That's chaos, that's right. That's life powder. There we go. It's hemp. Hemp gives us acceleration powder. And I need 2 more of you. Alright, that gives me some curtains. Okay, and I can make 1 thing of ink real fast. I'll have to get feathers. That's fine. How many ink for how many feathers? So 1 ink, 3 feathers make a pen and ink. Okay. Drop off, not those. I don't care. I need to start, as much as I keep putting off, I need to start saying this is the shelf that we put all the powders on. This is the shelf that I put all the extracts on. This is the shelf that I put all this on. Alright, so we've got you. Cool. This is the box that got you. I'm gonna need 5 of the super jelly or whatever. I want to say that was easy, like it was just water and something. And I just ignored it because I didn't have everything else done. So I wasn't gonna worry about it. Alright, so lentil, beets. We got all that. We'll take the other stuff to town, that'll be fine. Let's go check in the hops. Okay. The hops aren't ready yet. Hey, Hillets, how's it going? Alright. We're not gonna be able to drop off the rest of the stuff yet. We're gonna go home. We're gonna sleep. Then we're gonna go to town. We're gonna turn in the curtains to the logger. I haven't figured out where I make the tiles yet. I checked about everything here. Let's double check. It might be something easy. So, no tiles here. No tiles at that. No tiles at that. Might be something easy like this, right? No tiles here at all. No tiles there. No tiles here. Clay, maybe? That's fair, actually. No, it's not clay, because that's the only clay there. We have the upgrade workbench. Yeah, I can't... Can't think of where else it would be, though. It wouldn't be on this, would it? It wouldn't make sense for it to be on here, right? I mean, we have this, so I need flour and jelly. Flour's not that hard to do. I have so much bread. I have all of the bread. Alright, let's go to sleep. Turn the stuff in and all that. Yeah, I haven't figured out where I get the tiles from. That's been the only one. Like, it could be made out of clay, and maybe I'm just going to the wrong table or whatever. But I keep checking my craft tables and not finding anything that imply it. And I don't believe I'm missing any craft tables that could possibly be relevant to it. Like, I think I have all the crafting tables up here fully upgraded. Okay, and we will do this and this. Let's do the silver quality again. And the silver quality again. Cool. Because that should continue to slowly upgrade things. The good news is we are starting to get some gold hops. Okay, so let's get to town before things get out of hand. You think it's a furnace? It could be. I'll have to wait till the furnace clears, and it could be that I need clay in the furnace. Basically what happens is it's like, oh yeah, I need to do this. And then, you know, stuff happens and I forget about it after checking the obvious tables and then not having it get there for. So there's a logger up here, because I could still turn in those curtains in the meantime. And then what I need to do is I need to get more water and use that to get the curtains. Okay. Yeah, let's see here. Oh, I've literally unlocked all but one set of recipes. That's good. Yeah, so let's not use our materials yet. Was there something else I need to do while we were here? Whose day is it? It's the astrologer. I do not remember if I need anything with the astrologer, but let's... Oh yeah, I do need the astrologer. Yeah. Need to let him know that Miss Charm was like, get lost. Tell him about Miss Charm. Well, I told her I might know who her father is. How did she take it? Let's say she wasn't excited, and she told me that you never tried to find her. You left her mother. It's all true. Still, maybe I could somehow earn her forgiveness. If I find out anything, you'll be the first person to know. Oh, thank you, young man. You're so kind. Oh, thank you. You promised to tell me about the items I was looking for. I think I saw the necklace with a blood sapphire. Esmeralda has one. How would you know that? She found it lying on the ground the morning of the Great Blast. Oh, right, the dark. I think she gave it to her daughter. Maybe lots of rocks and other strange things were scattered around Witch Hill after that blast. There were lots of fires, lots of destruction. I never saw my friend, the graveyard keeper, after that night. But like Esmeralda, I found something strange. A measuring instrument near an archaeological dig site. I think it might be your golden angle. Where is it now? I left it in a camp at Mount Fort with my other belongings. We left the camp in quite a hurry. I think it should still be there. I doubt anyone would be brazen enough to break the seal of the Royal University. Well, I can just buy the feathers from you. That's cool, because I was going to go buy feathers anyways. Just saves me a trip. Oh, is there... Okay, there's no more dialogue. Alright, Well, that's more progress than I was expecting to make in this very moment. What did we actually get? So we got that. So I could use that to fix the windmill, which will allow me to get Alyssa's permission, or which will allow me to have Alyssa's brother talk to their dad to get Alyssa's permission to go with Miss Charm to go do a performance in the town, which will make Miss Charm really friendly with me, and she was going to give me something or other that I don't remember what was, but it'll be a thing that'll happen. So yeah. Alright. So some ruins. An archaeological dig. I'm assuming this is what he's talking about. We have these ruins here. By the fort. See if it's over here farther. Nope. That's just the sand pile. I'm assuming it'll be a dig spot somewhere in with all of this kind of nonsense. Oh, I should also check what dig is. Or actually, there's a literal campfire right here. Interestingly enough, I can cook here. See, I wouldn't call this by the fort anymore. I would have said this is by the shore. Well, there's a spot I can dig here, so we're gonna dig it just because we can. Sulfur. Cool. It says up by the fort. Let's try going to the west of the fort. Maybe I'm just looking at the wrong thing. It'd be surprising, though, if we had all these, like, ruins going on here. And they weren't relevant to anything. You have anything I care about? No, you have just... Actually, do you buy anything I will have? No. Get out of here. Alright. Let's see what he said again. Astrologer. That's not it. Bring a golden apple from the dungeon, level 15. Ah, okay. Oh, so I don't actually technically have to finish the dungeon. I just need to get the golden apple, which I'm already working on. So they gave us an alternate route. Okay, that's fine. Convince the farmer, yada yada. Okay, so I need to get the jellies of incredible power. And I've been doing that, weirdly. It doesn't give me credit. That depends on Snake. Okay, we're actually running lower on quests, which is good. I don't see where it is. I think the golden apple is in the mountain camp itself. You go through the gate, but it could be wrong. Well, the golden apple, I've seen 3 different places I can get the golden apple. Oh, maybe it's this ruin. No. Because you can buy the golden apple just straight up with cash from the witch. You can get a golden apple from reaching the bottom of the dungeon. You can get a golden apple... Yeah, we've already done that dialogue a number of times. Not apple, angle. Oh, yeah, I can read. Alright, so yeah, I mean, it looks like we can't get here right now. That's fine. So we'll teleport home. I need to start doing something with the bread that is slowly overclaiming my inventory. Drop you off. I can make ink. And then with the ink, I can make more flyers for the merchant. Because I am going to need the aristocrat papers in the long run. I remember that. Oh, right. I forgot the last time. It doesn't make just one well of ink. It makes a lot. Hang on. My inventory was not prepared for the circumstances in which I was inflicting it. Okay. Drop the sulfur there. That's going to be a little bit of a problem. Oops. Okay, Alright, well, I'm gonna need to make a bunch of flyers. So that's a good way to burn our energy for the moment, as well as maybe recover some of this. Gotta be one more thing I could sell now. Can I get up to 2 things? Nope, slightly shy. Actually, not slightly shy. I have entirely too much bread, and I keep complaining about it. Who needs sleep when you have bread? Alright. Because not like I won't need these. It looks like these are the same thing I use for my tavern as well. I've got the penalty about being too sleepy, which is fine. That sounds like a later me problem. Perfect. So I managed to get 90 of them done. So that'll do us a lot of good. So grab you, do a quick prayer. It's like I said, I missed like the last couple of weeks. I missed 2 weeks in a row because I was doing the dungeon thing. And it takes so long to run through the dungeon and do all that. Alright. So we go to sleep, recover our stamina. And then we can go run over to town, drop all of those banners or whatever. I still need to collect water. Actually, let's collect the water to do the slime thing for Donkey. It's fine. All right. Oh, it's so bright. Is there anything I need from you right now? No. I have to wait till I can do the cathedral upgrade, which is waiting for the Inquisitor, which is waiting for... Oh, hey, you're just chilling here. Wait a minute, please. Listen, this will sound a little unexpected, but I'd like to purchase some of your... a piece of your hair. I knew it. I suspected that your rehabilitation was no more than a vile ruse. You danged capitalist can't again resist the temptation to shear an honest worker. Do you know what you are? You're a public enemy. Shame on you. Shame. Shame. Oh, flower, yes. Don't spit at me, please. You've got it totally wrong. I'm asking you to honor me. I'll put the hair in a frame and hang it over my bed to inspire me to fight for my rights. That's a fine thought, my good comrade. Only wish everyone were as determined as you. Here, let me do it myself. It'll be an honorable pain. Ow! Just yanking a chunk off the back. All right, let's just grab the whole stack of this. Teleport over to town. I still haven't slept. Sleep is for the weak. Not really. You should absolutely make sure you get enough sleep. But I have things I need to do, and the game... Like, we can't wait. And just like that, it is time to expand. And maxed. Because there's nowhere else to put pallets. And I am really going to need to have a zombie that is starting to make crates. Because the amount of sales we're going to have is going to be increasing considerably. Oh, good. The bread's all done. Alright. Oh, my inventory's full. So, I need the flour for the jelly. Should be easy enough. I already have a zombie that's only job has been pulling up wheat. So I can just go ahead and grab some of that wheat. And deal with all that. Because that'll get Donkey's storyline going farther. Alright, we can go to the next box. Okay. So those are still going. So you're going to have to wait for one of those furnaces to finish, which is fine. I've got enough stuff to work on that if one thing gets backed up, it's not that big a deal. Just drop those for now. We'll grab the wheat. Just need the wheat for that. I think... What? I needed water for something, too. So we're going to grab that while we're here. Oh, right. I also need... you. I can't remember if I need simple or complex parts. I'll grab the nails just in case. Grab those just in case. Grab that set of nails. Grab those complex parts. I'm basically grabbing everything I think might possibly be needed for what I need to do. And just going with that. Alright, so before we get distracted by all the stuff up there, instead we'll get distracted by something completely unrelated to everything I've been working on up until this point, and scramble over here. Go to the windmill real fast. Do that. We'll talk to Miss Charm. Because Miss Charm will more than likely there'll be something I can do for her, or it could be that we will have a dialogue option that'll only be available when a reputation is high enough. And we may or may not be high enough. We have the schematic. I remember you weren't too bad. More complex parts. Okay, that's not a problem. Let's grab you. So let's double check. It was the pattern, complex parts, and planks. Okay, so the rest of the stuff we can junk again. Deal with that in a minute. Drop you off, drop you off, drop you don't fit. Drop you off. The rest is good. I know I could put a zombie on it, but I'd have to take a zombie down and switch it over. I'm like, you know what, let's just do this. Okay, so for this, I'm going to need 5 flour. So we can go here. So you can run down here. What else do I have? You can drop the wheat off here. You're full on wheat. Oh, we had the problem where the inventory is full. Hang on. Let me grab you. Alright, and put you back. Okay. It says, at what percent do you think what percent do you think you're at the in-game progress right now? We're pretty late game at this point. I do have 1 or 2 storylines that are not as far as they should be, but we're rectifying that. But my hope is that we'll either finish this stream, or if not this stream, there's a very good chance we'll finish it next stream. That's part of the reason I went ahead and started with this on the first half of the stream versus just leaving on. That's not what I wanted to do. It's what I did. I did on this part of the stream instead of waiting till like the second half of the stream. It was kind of like, all right, well, I don't know what demos I want to do for the Summer Next Fest because I didn't get a chance to prepare. Jelly. Thank you. That's why I was down there. Jelly. Which I should only need like 5. Was that shelf maybe? There's 1. The rest should be here, because I know I have like 60 or so of it. Okay. I was really planning on dropping all that wheat off on the shelf down here. We will have to get a zombie to start shipping stuff. We're just gonna run into problems again and again with this. That is actually an issue that we're getting that much. I need to get a really good zombie on that beer production. I have no way I can drop that off. It's fine. It's all fine. I'm overproducing, and I know I'm putting myself in a bad situation. Don't make that. Make this. Is the forge upgraded 3? Yes, the forges are upgraded. The problem is I just already have stuff in them. Both of them are actually upgraded, for that matter. So I just got to go through and deal with that. Let's drop the wheat back off here. Those will fill up. What I'm going to end up needing to do is, I'm going to end up needing to get the... Well, we need to get extra zombies now. We have reached the point that I need zombies to automate shipping stuff to the trader and all that. And that I need to automate producing the materials that I'm ultimately going to ship to the trader. You get the idea where this is going. The downside is I don't really want to put a lot of focus on that until we have what we need. Oh no, I'm out of energy, except I have too much bread. Oh, you fixed it. You can mill your wheat here for free if you want. I hope this helps me get Alessa's papers. Okay, so we've got all that. So let's run down here. Talk to... Was it Adam? Talk to Adam, to talk to his dad, to talk to, you know, to make it so I get Alessa's papers, so that I can get those to Miss Charm. I'm hoping this will be something that happens here. I need to finish my chores, or Father will be terrifyingly angry. Oh, you already apparently did it. I hear the mill is fixed. That's good for business. And alas, Alyssa really does want to go. I love my daughter. I want what's best for her, so she can go. What a nice man. That works out perfectly, because I literally is going to go to Miss Charm next, and that will definitely progress that story. Cool. Hello, darling. How can I help you? Well, there's Alyssa's paper. Here's some paperwork. She can go to you with the concert. Wonderful. We just need plus 2 years. That'll make everything a little bit easier. The correction looks sloppy. Pretty obvious that someone connected the number. Now I need an aristocrat to countersign the paper, but I don't want to ask just anyone. The wrong rumor could mean the death of my reputation. Maybe you could get some aristocrat papers? No! I thought I had to get it for the other person. Then only I need your signature. Wow, that looks pretty illegal. You're one to talk. I bet you get to stuff that's all sorts of illegal at your graveyard. Besides, it's not like I'll forget to thank you, my sweet. I don't like that, but I guess it ends to justify the means. I have to get the aristocrat. Those are like 12 gold. And I have just shy of 1 gold. Alright. I was mistaken in trying to remember that it was... that it was the astrologer who requires the papers. That's fine. It just means I need to focus on money making, which is good because that's already what we're trying to focus on with the stuff there. So let's drop off the Jelly of Power. Well, at least one thing I can be proud of. Is there anyone else who could have sponsored a socialist revolution using an anthropomorphic rats made from magic jelly? Did you find the necklace? I have not gotten the necklace yet. At least I don't think I have. I don't remember anymore. Because I know it's by the fort, if I remember correctly. And we talked to the guy, and he said that the son or whatever had it. I assume I need to progress some other story stuff to get there. Like, I've done this before, it's been too long for me to remember all the details. Hence, like I mentioned, I thought I needed the aristocrat papers for a different purpose than I needed them. But I still ultimately do need them. Okay, so we're down to one more iron. Coming from that, and then we can see about the making the tiles, which I assume are going to require clay that I probably don't have. But that'll be 5 minutes from now, me to worry about. Right now, we're going to scramble around and try and get this going over here. Alright, so we're not ready yet. Because if I keep letting that go, we can get ourselves up to gold quality beer. And when that happens, we'll progress the Inquisitor farther along. What else do I need to do? Drop off stack of bread. Pop over here. Grab the singular unit of wheat. Drop the metal off there, because I don't need it anymore. I should not have made nearly as much bread as I did. I'm going to drop the one unit of wheat with the rest of the wheat and not ever think of it again. Okay, so you stopped working, which is concerning. Do I have... Oh, I have it up there. That's right, I wasn't focusing on this at the moment, because that wasn't actually freezing my progress. It was the other stuff. Do I have... No, I'd have to run for more mushrooms. What I need to do is get someone working on the crates. How are you doing here? So we're getting too many hops. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to take the zombie off of the hops for a while. Right, and it'll be tomorrow I get stuff from this. Can you sell bread? Yeah, it doesn't sell very well, though. I kind of killed the market for it earlier on by just having a bunch of it. Let's go over and check on this. I can take one of the zombies off of the hop production, because I have tons of hops, I just don't have the other ingredients. And it's all the really low quality hops, so I can let them just keep churning away on that. We can take... Where are you? You're fired, zombie. By that I mean you're not actually fired, I'm just repurposing you. Okay, and what do I need for the tiles? Okay, so it's you need bowls for roof tiles? Oh, okay. I'm not going to pretend to understand it, but okay. Alright, so it's clay with extra steps. Alright, so we're gonna go here, and I'm going to assign you to this. And I don't even remember what you have here. Alright. So let's go down here. Your gold quality pumpkins, make infinite. If your gold quality lentils, make infinite. If your gold quality onions, make infinite. You get where this is going. I don't want to do with the marble stuff or that or this. That's one that has potential to make sure I do sales. I want to say this isn't worth that much. Alright, so the problem here is I'm not producing any of those things. Like I have it all set up here, but because I've been saving my fertilizer to use up there for the hops, I have a lot of these, but not enough of these. That said, it'd probably be good for me to get that going. That's getting full. Let's grab the bronze... Sorry. The bronze quality pumpkins and the bronze quality onions. And we're just gonna go to, like, vendors. And the beets. Yeah, and we'll just vendor those. We'll wipe the people out of their money. Alright. I have water for something I don't remember what it was for? Okay. So donkey stuff's already moving. We need to go over here to do something. What do I need for fertilizer? Have you heard of a game called I don't remember what I had to do here? I think it's too long, usually abbreviated to Graveyard Keeper by convention. Yup. Yup. Yup, yup, yup. Alright, so that's not the one I need. Growth Enhancer. I'll deal with you in a minute. Alright. So, okay, so what I need to do here is let's get this going here. We need to visit the witch and pick the red mushrooms by her home. That'll advance that. I need to dig clay to get the ceramic tiles, to get the apple, to give to Snake, to progress Snake's quest line. That'll be our note. Oh, never mind. No. Sing and dance, I fear. The revolution is over. We are triumphant. Our master exploiter is captured, and the noble horses have been exiled to the distant pastures. And in the interim government has chosen among the most trustworthy donkeys and rats have commenced socialist reforms. Do I understand this correctly? Does that mean you won't need my services anymore? And I can celebrate that fact? Of course not. Though I understand you must be mad with happiness for us. This is the simplest step of the worldwide revolution awaits. The Donkey Socialist Republic knows what gratitude means, so take this humble gift. Well, thank you. Let our tails cross. Yeah. What? Energy consumption -1. Tool efficiency 200%. This pick is a quality tool, but you feel there's something wrong with it. Maybe it's a little spot of dried blood that's on your mind. 200% efficiency? Okay, so it is better than what I have. It's fine. Who cares about the dried blood? It just adds charm. Alright. So I keep on digging till the digging's done. We will check with the merchant, because I should have sold at least 7 stuff by now. Which means I'll be able to continue the next thing with him, which I don't remember. I remember there's a whole storyline with him and the bishop, but I think it's just literally you have to get them, like one or both of them, to near max rep, and then it sorts itself. Like, you just go through the story then. Alright, so we've got all that clay. I'm gonna shove that in a box. And I tell myself I'm gonna requisition a zombie. I'm gonna take the zombie that's supposed to be farming, because it's not doing anything to, like, get more seeds. Congratulations, you do pottery now. This is your existence. I need water. Oh right, I already pulled up water. And I didn't remember why. I don't think it was intended for that, but it happens to be coincidental that I have it now. Alright, so you can go here and say, I would like you to produce a whole lot of bowls. Alright, so let's teleport on to talk to you. Let's talk business. The sales have been made. Great. Now I have a decent share of the market. This is the perfect foothold for our plan. But we still need to source support in the Royal Council. I think I know a way I could gain the Council's favor, full support. When you're ready, my friend, I shall share my plan with you. So how was the dinner? The dinner was magnificent. We gained some support in the Royal Council. I think I know a way to gain the support of the Royal Council's full support when you're ready, my friend. I'm glad to share my plan with you. About the final plan. So, does anything stand between us and the job? I think we've done everything you wanted. Almost. The head of the Royal Council isn't a member of the Gourmets Club, but he has a weakness. What weakness? Miss Charms. Charms, if you know what I mean. Oh, I see. So, Miss Charm is the only person who can talk him into supporting me, and you're the kind of guy who could possibly get along with her. And there is a simple yet elegant plan. Any specific instructions? Not really. I've always chosen a good dinner over a copy of a woman. Just tell me when you got her on our side. Cool. I don't need anything from you at the moment. I need to save my money. Alright. So now we can go ahead and I got all these vegetables. Let's see if we can bankrupt Roderick. Hey, Okay, Roderick doesn't want it, but he will buy my bread at less than a silver for the whole stack. Cheapskate. But I bet the pickaxe was used, the revolutionary assassin master of... Yeah, no, it's absolutely that it was used as a weapon during the revolution and all that. Oh, you're not gonna buy this. Yeah, it's gonna be the farmer down here. So we can sell this. Where am I supposed to sell these if no one wants to buy them? Give me those. And those, please. Okay. Let's try running it. Is there no newspaper in this game? No. It depicts the world as being like vaguely medieval times, so you wouldn't have a newspaper anyways. Not in the real world either. This is a fantasy world, but it's not surprising that there's not. Give me the big pile of hops. Seeds. Did you find out what really happened? The donkey might be lying? You can just assume the donkey's being honest, unless the game goes out of its way to turn around and be like, hey zombie, personal space. Unless the game goes like out of its way to tell you that they're lying. It's the same thing like any game where it's like, how do I know this person's not lying? It's like, well, if they are lying, the game's gonna go out of its way in its own story to point out that it's lying to you. So if it doesn't do that, you can fairly safely assume it's not lying. Alright, so I need how many ceiling tiles? Don't be an odd number. 24. So you need 24 tiles, so you need 2 batches. Do I have any bread left on me? Can I eat any of these? Craft you. Craft you. Let's see. So I have some gold hop seeds. That's fine. So you use the silver hop seeds here. And here, can I get more of these going to go faster? Oh, right, I need to craft them. Do I have sticks on me? I do not. That's fine. We can go here and say gold hops. Get all those in there. Alright, so I have that as well. So use that to try and get my pumpkin seeds leveled up and on. Alright, drop you off as well. Let's see. I wonder if I can... TIL? Sorry, I'm not catching that. From that, would the world go out of its way to tell me if my boss let me? Oh no, in the real life, you have no way of telling any of this stuff, and it's super upsetting. But video games, today I learned. Nah. Real life, there's no knowing what is true and is not true. Without being able to, like, look up the information, verify your facts, and yada yada yada. And then it also depends on, you know, what sources you have. You might also still get bad information. I'll take those beets and we'll sell those. Is there something I can do with this? With these veggies? To put them to some kind of good use? I can make beet slices, which means they'll give me more energy than if it just eat them as is. Oh, that'll actually be a good use. Oh, it's always ones I wish that these ones where you had quality, you would say, look, I just want to make like as many as you can or whatever, set it to 10 or 100 or whatever. I don't want to sit here and have to go through and do them one by one by one. Because it's super tedious. Grated beets. Okay. I don't believe the zombies can cook. I tried to put one at the table here earlier and it didn't work. Need to find a place I can part with all this produce. That's fine, we'll go to sleep. Because I could sell the beets at the farmer. It's the pumpkins and the other ones that I don't know, because they don't accept the bronze quality ones. There's gonna be someone I can sell it to. Oh! I might be able to take it to the witch and sell the pumpkins, maybe? Alright, so put those back down there. Yeah, it won't help with the onions? Oh, you know what? Well, no. I thought... If I drop you off there, and you there, go over here. Grab you to keep progressing things. I have to go over to the witch anyways, because I got to get more of the red mushrooms. So that's fine. So run over here, grab some red mushrooms, try and see what we can do about these pumpkins and these onions and just get rid of them. If I have to just delete them, I will. I don't want to, but I'm at the point where they're taking up the inventory. We're going to get higher quality ones, so I shouldn't have to deal with the bronze ones anymore. Yeah, you're not out yet. That's fine. We'll just keep grabbing the red mushrooms. Nope, she does not want them. Then I don't want any of the rest of your stuff. It's fine. What does Rual... Why does Rual start with dual storage? Okay, it doesn't. It's Rual, not dual. Alright. Not that I care one way or the other. I guess storage and storage don't rhyme either. That's probably good on the mushrooms front for right now. I got 12, so let's teleport back home. Grab our ceiling tiles. Because if I hurry, I might be able to get to get the gold apple and get to Snake in time. Oh, come on. If you amputate arm, you... Already have a D in your hands. Okay. Random. Who else might possibly take pumpkins and onions? I already tried to sell to Roderick, which is surprising because Roderick makes a point of saying, hey, you know, like, you know, onions just make him money. Alright. I brought everything you asked for. I hope you still haven't eaten the apple? No, like my father always said, never eat anything that's more profitable to sell. He got extremely rich, you know, though he died of exhaustion. After that, I gave away all of my wealth to the poor and moved here. Cool. Now we really hustle. We might be able to get here in time to talk to Snake before he leaves. Give him the gold apple. Maybe advance another storyline. Ah, crap, we're slightly too slow. It's fine. So put the gold apple in here for a moment. And the donkey carrot, we'll put the quest items in there. Alright, I can drop off that pickaxe as well. You're trying too hard there, Hillis. Like, if we go through this elaborate series of things that goes 30 steps beyond anything reasonable, then, only then, can we achieve this pun. Alright, so I'm trying to make a bunch of the good fertilizer real fast. Because then I can potentially get the better onions and all that stuff going. Which will then be able to effectively automatically sell. You're not good with wordplay and puns. It's all good. Not everyone has to be good at everything. Alright, let's get down here. Alright. Hydrate sound didn't play? Oh, you're right. Let's give the bot a kick. Close Firebot. And reopen Firebot. Alright. Oh, drop you off here as well. Alright, so there'll be 3 more things of the good stuff. Do I need some from the Inquisitor right now? No, not until I have the better beer. So we'll get our energy up. You sent a cookie for the 100 biddies, and once again, yay! I have on my notes. I didn't do it yesterday, but I have in my notes to make it so by default, when someone donates 100 biddies, it goes yay. Like I'm just gonna record the sound. Like it won't make it do the text to speech. It'll be a recording of the text to speech. Like and then it'll still do the regular text to speech and all that. The text to speech does take an extra couple seconds to run. Drop you off. Drop you off. Alright. Let's see here. Well, no, the fun with it, Helix, is because, like, the monotone voice thing of just, Yay. Like, a whole bunch of people were piling in on that the other day and having a good time. And I'm like, alright, I could definitely see that being something that sticks around as a meme. Alright. Alright, because we don't have what we need yet for all that. I mean, the other thing I can do is the low quality... Ooh la la. No. We'll see. Like, I don't want all of the voice things to be, like, the monotone kind of stuff. Alright. Oh no, I'm one shy of being able to make that a thing. It's fine. So let's pop down here. So you're completely out of pallets. You're out of inventory, which is a continuing problem. I need to go here and process all the liquor, and I'm trying not to, because that's going to be a lot of effort. I don't really want to do with all that. Okay, so we can go here and high quality fertilizer, 3 batches. All right. We can drop this stuff off here. Keep that going. Alright, so let's try and get some more either pumpkin or onion, like gold quality seeds going. Because we're still hurting that I can't keep the Inquisitor stuff going until I get that sorted. Oh, I could also upgrade both of you, so that later I can do a higher volume. Alright. So let's sort here. We'll focus on the onions right now. I'm just burning all the poor quality fertilizer we have here. Because I figured why the heck not. Bum. That's fine. Alright, so I'll take care of all the poor quality fertilizer. We don't have enough time to take the beets for sale. I'm just going to drop off these pumpkins and all that. No one seems to want to buy them. Let's grab those. Alright. How are we doing on our tech? I'm pretty okay. Alright, let's check up here. Did we check in this already? Yeah, you're not ready yet. Let's see. So what was I working on for the moment? We've got the fertilizer coming along. We need to make the amulet. Where do I make the amulet? Probably the workbench. Either the workbench up here or the workbench down below. Alright, so it's gonna be the workbench down below. Oh, you know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be the jeweler's table, which I don't have because I haven't had a need to work on that. Well, that's annoying. It makes sense. Alright, so it's gonna cost a bunch more materials to get there. Let's see here. It's gonna burn a bunch of energy on this table, making I don't even know what. What do you need material-wise? You're good here. You're good on nails. You just need stuff to go in there. Yeah, let's make just a bunch of complex parts, and you can just ship some complex parts. Oh, here, you do this. What am I doing? A little while I got a surplus of metal. You go here. And I want you to do unlimited of those. Unlimited of those. Have a good time. And I'll make a bunch of fletch. That's not the right place. Make a bunch of fletch. So that we can make more stuff later. I probably also need to be sitting there working on making the better gravestones as well. But for the moment, I'm gonna need the jeweler to make like the gold trim and all that. And I haven't had much motivation to focus on that. And the reason why for that mostly has just been down to the whole thing with sorry, I'm juggling like 30 thoughts. The whole thing where I need to have the better corpses before that's even worth my while. Let's see, did you set the Z to make create? Did you set the Z to make the crate with the parts? Not yet, but it's gonna take a little while to make the parts anyways. It doesn't surprise me that Dome Keeper uses Godot. Godot's been pretty popular. Alright, cool. So I'll make sure we get some stuff selling. Do I need the astronomer for anything? I don't remember anymore. I was immediately tempted to buy those things, but I don't need to buy those things. Let's go by the tavern. I haven't checked on it in a while. We might have some decent money waiting for us. Or not. We could check there. And then from that, I can turn around. Hey! 4.5 gold. And we actually have enough that I could do another event with some flyers. Alright. So it makes some flyers that can hold one of the events. So we have beets, have the golden apple. Yeah, you don't care about that, that's fine. What else do we need to grab? We can go by the farm, sell all the beets. They'll probably only get me like 2 or 3 silver or something. That feels like not much. But yeah, no, these days when it comes to like games that use 2D graphics, it's gonna usually be Mono Game or Godot are the really big ones. Unity does it as well, but oh, it's not you. I personally found doing 2D in Unity is a pain in the butt. It's doable, but Unity seems much better suited for doing 3D. Granted, they made a lot of progress, and I haven't checked in the last 2 years or so. 3 silver. Thank you. Give me more better seeds. Give me more better seeds. Thank you. I'll run up to you, and I'll grab your silver hops seeds. Same deal, we'll just keep doing this. Keep trying to up-tech our seeds. Oh, I can't actually get better seeds from you. I gotta keep buying stuff from you to make you happy. It's fine. Let's see. Is there anywhere I need to go other than home? I don't think so. Let's drop off the seeds. I'll drop them off in this box. So onion and that. Oh, wait, you're not upgraded? Oh, that's interesting. I forgot about that. Do you have enough seeds for any of these? You do have enough seeds for the better pumpkins. Well, that is an interesting problem to be dealing with. I'm going to fire you from this job. Fire you from this job. Where's take? And put you over here. So you can start working the silver quality pumpkins. So I can sell those. And you're still not grown yet, so we'll just ignore you for right now. Actually, let's not ignore them. Instead, let's run over, grab more sticks. And then with those sticks, we can start growing more hops and all that. Okay. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. I don't want to deal with the dead trees, because I get all the logs. And getting those home is a pain. Alright. There should be at least 2 more places that I can make the hops, because I already have the wine maxed out. Like, there's just not enough seeds to go through it, but like I said, I believe that'll improve over time. So the question is, if I use the gold hop seeds, is that going to serve me better? Than using the silver ones. Alright, drop all you off here, drop you off here. Honestly, drop that off here. I don't want to deal with that right now. Alright. Then go craft here. So I have my one that's manual. Quality fertilizer. And I will want the silver seeds. Alright. The good news, we are still getting those trace amounts. I think one full batch of the beer will give me the gold beer, and I've already gone through and set it so it won't automatically ship the beer to the tavern. The gold quality, that is. So if I do get that, it'll just be done. I won't have to worry about it. Yeah, so you've got that going. I've got this all going up here. You're doing fine there. We can grab... Here. Start working on this. Keep that moving. Yeah, we're at the point I need more zombies. But I'm really trying to hold off making more zombies until I can actually make good bodies. Which depends on the Inquisitor, which depends on the beer. We can go here real fast. Alright, so you can start making this into stuff. And this keeps filling up, which is a problem. But it shouldn't really be filling up that much anymore. Oh, I guess I have the poor quality grapes. Let's get those out of here. Should I just sell the poor quality hops? I think we're just gonna sell the poor quality hops now. Because I can probably sell those to the miller. And that way we're only making the better stuff. Can do our mass for the day. Alright, so we do need to talk to Miss Charm tomorrow, because Miss Charm, we're going to have the thing where I need to convince her to work with me and the merchant to continue to grow our business, which will keep making us money. So that's the good news. We're actually starting to pick up the production of money a little bit. All right. Except the church. The church is not doing a whole lot in that regard. You don't buy anything I have, right? Not that I want to sell, at least. Thank you so much, Sentient Cookie, for the 100 biddies. Going nice. Oh, great sermon. Yes. Thank you so much, that. I really do appreciate the continued support. It does mean a lot. How are we doing on filling these pallets? Not at all. Thanks, Sentient Cookie, for another 100 biddies. Showing so much support. I really do appreciate all that support. It does mean a lot. I couldn't keep streaming like this if it wasn't for, you know, everyone tuning in, hanging out, doing all that kind of stuff, throwing bits at it, subbing, all that kind of stuff. Every little bit helps. And it does, you know, it does make this possible. So, you know, thank you so much for that. Because otherwise, I'd have to stop doing it, and that would be sad. All right, let's teleport here. See if I can't sell the grapes to you. I cannot. And we will see real fast if I can actually make it to the miller in time. Because it would be nice if I could sell all of those hops. Because what we had is we had the better quality hops. Thank you, Sentient Cookie, for another 100 biddies. Thing, subby wubby ooh. Oh yeah, there we go. And you can't afford all that. Give me more seeds. Why can I not do that? Oh, I see. So let's try. Let's see, if you wanted to interact with a donkey but using Emacs, how would I do that? You don't. You're using Emacs. And that's what happens if you don't want to be productive. I'm being really mean to Emacs. To be fair, use whatever you can for development. It's fine. It was just one of those things a lot of time you run into in software dev that people will sit there and be like, oh, you use an integrated development environment? Oh, you're not a real programmer. And you get so tired of hearing about it. And then usually it's along lines like, when was the last time you actually accomplished what you wanted? It's like, oh, well, no, but I'm a real programmer. It's like, look, man, use whatever works. Don't crap in that. Thank you, Sentient Cookie, for another 100 biddies. It's people gatekeeping. Like there are people who would just be like, "Oh, your tool does some of the stuff for you." Oh, well, clearly you're not a real programmer. It's like, "Or hear me out. I don't want to spend all of my time doing trivial stuff that doesn't mean anything. I'd rather spend my time actually getting stuff done." Like I've generally found when it comes to people and how productive they are, the ones who crap on other people and what they use are usually the ones who have no grounds to stand on. Like, it doesn't even matter what tooling they're using. This isn't a bash against any tooling or another. It's people who, like, push back really hard on stuff. Usually just are pushing back for the sake of pushing back to make themselves feel better. Alright. We got more gold. And how are we doing on our tech stuff? So I still need 150. We can do that. Alright. Is there caffeine? Was there tea? I can't remember. Well, that's a problem. Okay. Well, Graveyard Keeper is more expensive than GTA. I mean, it's a better game than GTA. Is like GTA on a really good sale or something? Because usually GTA costs an absolutely unreasonable amount. Okay. Have you ever done any marketing? I was wondering if you'd like to help me. I need to promote my company in the town. Could you tell everyone you like graveyard veggies? That'd help. They help you stay beautiful. I'm sorry, but can't you hear what it sounds like? Graveyard veggies? Yeah. Maybe that's not the best name, but the graveyard is a sacred place, and our vegetables are really good. I can pay you. I don't need any money, but I would like some jewelry. There's been nothing new in town for a long time. Just old-fashioned ring and earrings. I heard you're rather gifted and decorated the church quite nicely. Maybe you can make some jewelry for me. Something from with the graveyard motif, and I'll promote your company. Plus, if your jewelry is any good, I could sell a lot of it in the town. I actually literally have jewelry back at the house just sitting there because I was like, I remember needing this, and I couldn't remember what for. So let's go to the house. I think it's literally like right here. Is it right here? Yup. That's one less thing in the inventory there. Alright. There's our gold bar. We can go here and say, I would like a bunch of silver. I'm mostly doing this so I get passive XP from just grabbing on the way by. Almost time to teleport back. We didn't say you need more zombies. It's true. And I help you. Here's some jewelry. Well, that looks nice. The design is so fresh. I could definitely sell a lot of them to the noble ladies in the town. What about promoting my company? Sure. I'll tell everyone about the vegetables too. Oh, I can apparently buy perfume and jewelry from you now. Cool. Anyways, so the merchant won't be here till tomorrow. Let's run over here and try and dump more of these beets off. Okay, sorry. So trade. Cool. Oh, I have beet seeds here. Alright, so that should be more enough to guarantee... Oh, we have the lentil seeds as well. To guarantee that I'll have something growing at all times. I'm just going to delete those seeds. And I'm honestly tired of dealing with those, so I'm going to delete that as well. But go up here, and we'll sell what hops we can, and he should have a new inventory, so I might be able to just straight up buy better hops. Which will help. Oh, well that makes life easy. Yeah, so we're gonna buy all of that stuff. It does sound like two may have just gotten home. Meanwhile, what we can do is, so I'm gonna buy those to give you a couple silver. And I'm gonna turn around, and I'm gonna say I would like that silver back. So let's cut that about half. Cut it down a little bit more. A little more. I'm not being precise about this at all. Cool. That actually ended up being precise down to 1 copper. Alright, so we can teleport back home. Did I actually buy the lentils themselves? I did, didn't I? Actually, I bought the actual lentils. It's fine. Yes, it sounds like Tomb's home. So what's going to happen here in just a couple minutes, well, just a minute, I'm going to take a quick, like, my middle of the stream, like, 5-ish minute break. You know, go welcome my wife home, make sure actually, not there. Make sure we get some dinner happening and all that. That way it's not up to, like, her to deal with it all. Alright, we're gonna hop over here. Gold seeds there. Give me the wheat. I don't know where I'm putting it, but we'll figure it out. Alright. That's fine anyways. I need to use the restroom anyways. And we'll trigger the ad break when we go over to do that. I'm gonna do that right now because I need to use restroom and all that stuff. In the meantime, thank you so much for all the support. I really do appreciate it. And thank you so much, Cookie, for all of them biddies. I do really appreciate that as well. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is I'm going to be clicking out of the game for a minute and stopping this recording.